I'm back. It's been almost 2 weeks since the last clip, and as you can see, I have acquired some more fabric which needs to be cut and sewn and all those things. Some of this fabric is going to a different project, but most of this is going to be included in the quilt that I'm currently making of the half square triangles. I've decided that I'm going to make it a little bit more modern by including some squares that are going to be yellow in color, or maybe even red. I don't know. I'm not going to bore you with the same repetitive details, so I'm just going to cut everything off screen and meet you there. Hello again. So now I've done my cutting. And if my math is right, I have enough to make my 32 big blocks. And each block uses 16 squares of fabric, 8 in light and 8 in, well, greens or whatever I have here. And that makes 512 squares in total. And now I need to take them and put them right sides together and draw 256 diagonal lines to make my half square triangles. Hi. So I've spent some time yesterday trying to make as much progress as possible, but it turned out to be a mistake because my back is killing me now, and I'm not going to finish the quilt top this week even if I kill myself. So there's no point in trying really hard because there's no good reason to try and rush things. So I'm not going to rush anything anymore. I'm just going to see how much I can get done by Friday, and if I don't get anything done at all, that's fine. This video is turning out to be a little bit messier than even I expected. So I've decided to throw in a little story about public failure and how I've grown to accept it. I have terrible memory when it comes to dates, places, names, and it's not bad, probably, it's just interest based, and when I'm not particularly interested, I cannot memorize things. So I was really bad at history and geography. And one of our teachers, geography teacher, once told me that I couldn't answer the lesson, and she told me, you don't have to suffer and try to make something up. You can just tell me the truth that you aren't ready to answer the lesson. And it kind of changed my life low-key, because since then I could just stand up and say, I'm not ready, and she would mark my bad mark, uh, and I would move on with my life. And turns out that nothing really that bad happens after that. There's always a way to make things work. And sometimes when you just accept that you're bad at some things, it's it's not terrible. It frees you up to do other things. So I've come to train myself to be really good at failing in public. I like performative arts, like acting and singing and playing musical instruments. I'm not good at any of those. I'm probably not bad at singing, especially for an amateur, but I was learning to play guitar and drums, and um, I took singing lessons. Um, and I've discovered that if I know that my performance, you know, those kind of student concerts that happen in places where you learn music as an adult, well, as a child probably as well. There's a concert and you have to perform something that you've practiced for a long time, and if I know that I didn't practice really well, that my performance is going to be a little bit questionable in quality, I feel totally fine that I fail, because I know the reasons why I'm not good. So I can kind of accept it. I didn't have time to practice, and maybe I didn't put enough effort into it, and that's why my relationship with performing music isn't very good, because I cannot practice every day. It just doesn't work. But I've kind of accepted the fact that I enjoy playing music, but I'm not good at it. So failing at a concert is fine, as long as I don't think that I'm good. If I think that I'm good and I fail, that's where the problem lies. So it's important to be objective about your own abilities, I suppose. Um, but what I'm trying to figure out is there a way to somehow reinstall the fear of failing in public into myself? Because currently, if I announce on the internet that I'm going to be doing some project, or I'm going to be writing a book, or maybe participating in some kind of challenge like in October or something like that, I'm almost guaranteed to fail. In fact, I'm more likely to fail if I do announce it than if I don't. Even though not announcing it kind of means that I can't fail. Um, please write your suggestions in the comments. How do I start being afraid of public failure, if that's at all possible or useful? Meanwhile, spring is in full force.